In a timeline where every vibration echoes through the quantum field, this frequency reached out and aligned with you. Not by chance, but because your field pulsed with a signal only the universe could hear. And in response, the universe whispered back, then roared. This video is that roar. A vibrational message wrapped in time, waiting to meet the exact moment when your soul would be quiet enough to listen. That moment is now. There is a reason your heart has been restless, and your thoughts have felt like echoes in a vast, invisible chamber. The wealth you've been asking for is already on its way, but your deeper self, the one beyond logic and beyond fear, knew you needed one final confirmation. A divine reminder that your readiness has been acknowledged, and the delivery has begun. This isn't a manifestation in progress. This is a manifestation arriving. Like a current that moves through soil long before the rain is seen, the flow has already started. And you are standing right at the mouth of that river. You've done the work. You've asked. You've visualized. You've dreamed, hoped, tried, and doubted. But even through the doubt, your vibration never stopped speaking. Even when you felt blocked, the signal kept humming in the unseen layers of your existence. The divine doesn't measure readiness by perfection. It measures by energy. And your energy, even in the midst of confusion, was whispering one truth louder than anything else. I'm ready to receive. So the universe moved. Quietly at first, then boldly. It aligned the numbers. It shifted paths. It softened obstacles you haven't even noticed yet. It breathed life into the unseen, and now the seen is about to catch up. The money you've been calling forth is not just a possibility anymore. It is a pulse. It is a wave already rippling through the field in your direction. It doesn't need to be earned in the old way, nor forced with fear. It is coming because you finally stopped asking from lack and started vibrating from knowing. You were chosen to hear this because this is the exact moment your field became magnetic. Your soul stopped begging and started claiming. This is a rare shift, a vibrational click. And when it happens, reality has no choice but to bend. Quantum fields do not delay. They respond. Not to emotion, not to time, but to clarity. And right now, your frequency is clear. That's why you're here. That's why you're listening. This is not a reminder. This is an activation. You're not watching a video, you're entering a transmission. Every word you hear is designed to match the frequency of the wealth that's approaching. Not the version of wealth the world sold you, hard-earned, slow-coming, heavy with stress, but the wealth that responds to surrender. The wealth that answers joy, stillness, presence. The wealth that is your birthright, not a reward for effort but a reflection of alignment. The message has been sent. The current is live. And the wealth that once felt far away is already near. This is not a story. It's a signal. And it's tuning you even now. Breath by breath. Word by word. Vibration by vibration. You were chosen because your name is already on the delivery. You just had to be still long enough to feel it. And now you are. This message carries more than sound. It holds a vibration, and that vibration is already reshaping your energy field. But its full power will only unlock if you stay until the very end. Because this isn't a message made of words. It's a coded sequence carefully layered across every second. Like a sacred chant woven through the silence between breaths, this video was structured to gradually awaken your wealth frequency, gently but fully. The activation isn't at the beginning or the middle. It's in the unfolding, the soft alignment that occurs when your energy matches the signal all the way through. There is a moment ahead, subtle, almost invisible, when something inside you will shift. You might not even notice it with the mind, but the soul will feel it immediately. A drop of tension will dissolve. A knowing will rise without explanation. That moment is built into this transmission. But it only arrives for those who stay. Because frequency doesn't respond to half presence. It responds to devotion, stillness, full immersion. That's what opens the portal. That's what the universe listens for. Not perfection, but presence. So this is your sacred invitation. Not just to watch, but to receive. To listen not only with ears, but with your whole body. To allow each phrase to settle into your cells, each idea to rewire your belief, each moment of silence to become a mirror. Because in that mirror, something incredible begins to form. Not something new, but something ancient within you that is finally waking up. The version of you that doesn't chase money, but attracts it effortlessly through being. The version that doesn't doubt timing, but trusts divine rhythm. The version that doesn't need proof because truth resonates before it appears. You are being invited to sit in the temple of frequency. To treat this video not as content, but as a sacred alignment space. Every breath you take while watching is part of the alignment. Every thought you release is part of the calibration. The more present you become, the more the signal strengthens. And the stronger the signal, the faster the universe moves on your behalf. You are not separate from wealth. You are wealth remembering itself. And this journey you're on now, minute by minute, is the final unlocking. You've asked for signs. You've asked for timing. You've begged the invisible to show itself. Now it has. But it doesn't show up as thunder. It arrives like music only the soul can hear. Stay with this melody. Let it move through the resistance. Let it soften the doubt. You are closer than you've ever been. And not because things are finally working out, but because you've finally begun to tune in. This video is a mirror of readiness. If you're here, it means your frequency already matches what's coming. But even a matching frequency needs completion. Full resonance, full reception. That's why you must stay. Not because the words are powerful, but because you are. You are the conductor now. This video is just the instrument. And when you stay, when you truly stay, with your breath, your body, your presence, the instrument responds. The vibration expands. And the wealth begins to crystallize. So breathe. Watch. Allow. Every second you remain here is part of the manifestation. The wealth is not far away, it's in the field right now, waiting for the final click. And that click comes through this moment, through your choice to keep listening, keep aligning, keep receiving. The portal is open, but only presence walks through it. You've already stepped in. Now stay long enough to receive what has always been yours. Everything in your life, your emotions, your finances, your relationships, is responding to the signal you're broadcasting. Not your words, not your wishes, but your frequency. This is the law not of belief, but of vibration. And vibration speaks only one language, resonance. It does not hear what you ask for with your voice, it hears what you embody with your being. When your body holds scarcity, the field reflects lack. When your breath holds tension, the world mirrors delay. But when your essence hums with quiet certainty, with peace, with gratitude, the universe recognizes its match and begins to deliver. Quantum physics has confirmed what ancient mystics have always known. There is no fixed reality, only potentials. Infinite outcomes exist, layered atop one another like invisible threads. At every moment, your vibration selects which thread becomes your timeline. This is not metaphor, it is law. Energy flows into form through focus and feeling. You are not walking through a pre-written path. You are writing the path with every thought you nurture, every emotion you rehearse, every frequency you maintain. The future is not something that happens to you, it's something that emerges from you. That's why you don't need to chase wealth. You don't even need to earn it in the way you were taught. You need to align with it. Wealth, in its truest form, is not something you acquire. It is a frequency you match. And when you match it, it becomes inevitable. Think of a radio. You can't hear a station you're not tuned into, no matter how loud it's playing. Money is broadcasting at a frequency of trust, creativity, expansion, and ease. But if you are vibrating in fear, frustration, or self-doubt, you're simply not tuned in. It's not punishment. It's physics. You must understand this. Wealth does not arrive because of luck or deserving. It arrives because of alignment. The universe is not testing you, it is mirroring you. Always, with precision. When your internal state shifts, your external world begins to bend in response. Not immediately, but inevitably. Because reality at its core is energy. And energy obeys frequency. This is why trying harder doesn't work when you're out of alignment. More effort from the wrong frequency only creates more resistance. But stillness from the right frequency opens every door. This is not about thinking positive thoughts for 5 minutes. It's about living inside the vibration of wealth, long enough, deeply enough, that your field becomes undeniable. The moment you stop begging for money and start behaving like someone who already receives it, you collapse the wave into form. This is the collapse of probability into presence. You don't manifest what you want, you manifest what you are. And who you are is always in motion. So the question is never, where is my money? The question is, what am I broadcasting right now? Begin to feel the subtle energies inside you. Notice the difference between wanting and allowing. Wanting carries tension, distance, and longing. Allowing carries peace, permission, and readiness. The quantum field responds to that readiness like lightning to metal, instantly, directly, without negotiation. That's why this message has found you now. Because you are nearing the frequency of readiness. The universe has heard your pulse, your shift, your silent surrender. It's responding with signs. This video is one of them. Not to inform you, but to confirm you've changed. And your world is about to do the same. Close your eyes for a moment if you can. Let the world soften. Let the distractions fade. Let the pressure in your chest dissolve just a little. And now breathe. Not shallow, automatic breath, but deep, sacred breath. Inhale through your nose slowly as if pulling light from the stars themselves. Hold it. Let that light expand behind your eyes, down your spine, through your belly. Now exhale gently through your mouth, as if releasing centuries of weight you were never meant to carry. Do this again. Inhale presence, exhale resistance. Let the body become the vessel. Let the mind become the sky. You're not aligning with wealth by doing more. You're aligning by being more still, more aware, more connected. True wealth doesn't respond to frantic action. It responds to magnetic intention. And magnetic intention only arises from coherence. When your body, your breath, your mind, and your energy are all speaking the same silent language. That is the language the universe understands. That is when manifestation becomes not an effort, but a side effect. Now bring your attention to the space between your thoughts. That subtle gap. That moment of pure awareness where no opinion lives, where no fear stirs, where only presence exists. That gap is your access point to everything. In that space, the field is listening. In that space, the quantum responds. So we do not fill this moment with more doing. We allow it to expand. Breathe again. This time, imagining your entire spine as a golden antenna, reaching beyond space, receiving divine frequencies of wealth and guidance from the infinite field. Feel your feet grounded into the earth. Feel your crown open to the sky. You are not just a body in the world, you are the world in a body. And this body is sacred, electric, intelligent. Every cell is listening to your thoughts. Every cell is holding memory. But now we speak a new command. We reprogram the temple. We choose to speak wealth into our cells, into our breath, into our vibration, not by force but by resonance. Because deep inside you, the memory of abundance already exists. Remember a moment, however brief, when you felt completely safe, completely provided for, even if it was fleeting, even if it was long ago. Bring that feeling forward into this breath. Let your nervous system feel what it's like to trust again. Let your hands release the invisible tension they've been holding for years. Let your jaw soften. Let your belly expand. This is not performance, this is permission. The more you allow the body to relax, the more the field can rearrange around your readiness. You don't call in wealth by demanding it. You call it in by becoming the space where it belongs. And that space is created in the stillness, in the pause, in the breath between thoughts where faith lives. Faith not as blind hope, but as anchored knowing. Wealth doesn't rush, it flows. And if you're running ahead of yourself, chasing, gripping, forcing, you've stepped out of the river. Come back now, back to the breath, back to the frequency that doesn't chase, it magnetizes. Now, silently in your mind, say to yourself, I am the frequency of wealth. Let that phrase echo in your breath. Don't force belief, just let the words live in the air between your ribs. I am the frequency of wealth. Again and again, until the body starts to believe what the soul already knows, that you were never separate. You were only rushing past the signal. The alignment has never been outside of you. It has always been breath, awareness, and presence. Let your breath slow now. Let your awareness settle gently back into the body. But let your energy remain expansive, alert, attuned. The world may look the same on the surface when you open your eyes, but internally, you have shifted timelines. The you who continues from here is not the same. This version of you breathes differently, moves differently, receives differently. And now the field knows it too. There is a point in time, not on the clock but in consciousness, when energy locks into place. When a thought becomes not just a passing idea but a command. When the field no longer waits for permission. That moment is not marked by fanfare, nor fireworks, nor noise. It is marked by still certainty. And that moment for you is now. The teaching you've been waiting for isn't new. It's ancient. In fact, your soul already knows it. But it needed to hear it again here in this vibration. Because knowledge without energy is just information. But knowledge plus vibration equals manifestation. And today the equation completes. So listen with your energy, not just your ears. The code is simple, but not ordinary. It is not about thinking positive. It is not about working harder. It is not even about believing in wealth. It is about becoming it. And to become wealth, you must step into the identity that already has it. Not as fantasy, not as delusion, but as frequency. The you who already receives, already gives, already lives in aligned prosperity, that version of you is real, and it's time to let them speak. So here is the phrase, the quantum switch that turns possibility into presence. Say this to yourself now inside your breath. Wealth is not coming to me. Wealth is responding to me. Let that land. Feel how different that is from waiting. Feel how different that is from wishing. This phrase unhooks you from the illusion of distance. It breaks the belief that something is outside and calls it in here now through identity. Again, whisper it in your energy. Wealth is not coming to me. Wealth is responding to me. Each time you say it, a layer of doubt falls away. Each time you say it, your field shifts from searching to magnetizing. The quantum field doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you are, consistently, quietly, faithfully. So the only real shift is internal. Now we anchor this deeper. Imagine standing in front of two mirrors facing each other. Infinite reflections stretching into the horizon. One is who you've been, the version that tried, hustled, begged the universe to listen. The other is who you truly are, silent, radiant, grounded in knowing. The space between them is collapsing. And the moment you choose to speak from the second mirror, the first disappears. There's a sacred number encoded into this shift, 3. 3 breaths to reset the field. 3 words to command the current. And 3 days to witness the change. When you combine repetition with presence and faith, 3 becomes a portal. It's not superstition. It's pattern. It's resonance. It's the rhythm of creation. Try this. For the next 3 days, say your phrase aloud 3 times, 3 moments a day, morning, midday, and before sleep. That is the activation window. And your field will respond. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to force belief. You only need to become a clear enough vessel for the message to live inside you. Because when wealth responds to you, it's not reacting to your words. It's responding to your being. And your being is no longer operating from lack. Your being is no longer reaching. It is radiating. Let this become your practice, not a task but a tuning. Every time you speak the phrase, speak it from alignment. Don't try to feel something. Let it rise. Don't try to convince yourself. Just become silent enough to feel the echo settle into your bones. This is not performance. This is remembering. And if at any point doubt returns, let it come. Let it pass. Let it dissolve without fighting it. Because doubt is not your enemy. It is simply the echo of an old identity that no longer fits. You do not need to silence it. You only need to speak a louder truth. So again, wealth is not coming to me. Wealth is responding to me. And now it is. Now that the signal has been felt, it is time to vibrate it through the cells of your body. Words carry power not when they are loud but when they are tuned. An affirmation is not repetition. It is alignment. So as we begin, do not try to believe every word. Simply become the vessel through which the frequency travels. Let your breath slow. Let your jaw relax. Let your shoulders drop. You are not speaking these words to convince the world. You are speaking them to become the world you want to live in. Let the tone of your voice match the depth of your knowing. And if you cannot speak aloud, let your inner voice echo them into your field with the same certainty. Now repeat slowly with me. I am the frequency of wealth. Pause. Breathe. Again. I am the frequency of wealth. This is not metaphor. It is magnetism. Now again. I no longer chase money, I attract alignment. Let this one land in your solar plexus. Let it soften the grip of effort. I no longer chase money, I attract alignment. And alignment brings everything. Next. My energy is already receiving what my eyes have not yet seen. Say it again from deeper still. My energy is already receiving what my eyes have not yet seen. You are not waiting. You are welcoming. Now this one. I trust the unseen more than I fear the unknown. Let it hold you steady. I trust the unseen more than I fear the unknown. You are not alone. The universe is not silent. It is just subtle. Again. Wealth is not a goal, it is my natural state. Say it slowly. Let it shift the architecture of your thoughts. Wealth is not a goal, it is my natural state. There is no finish line. There is only remembrance. Let's go deeper. Every breath I take expands my receiving field. Feel your ribcage open. Let your body participate. Every breath I take expands my receiving field. You are not passive. You are a partner in creation. And now, I no longer seek evidence. I become the evidence. Say it as a declaration, as a knowing, as a truth already written. I no longer seek evidence. I become the evidence. You do not need signs when you are the signal. Now, a few final activations. You may place a hand over your heart if you wish, or simply close your eyes and listen as you speak. Money flows to me because I flow with life. I am already supported beyond what I can see. What I want, wants me too. This moment is my proof. Let yourself sit in this vibrational field, not as a visitor, but as its architect. These affirmations are not tools to get something. They are reminders that you are already something. Something powerful, something whole, something heard. And as you go forward, remember, the words that leave your mouth shape the energy that surrounds your life. So speak with presence, declare with peace, and trust that the universe heard everything, because it was never separate from you to begin with. You are not calling wealth from outside. You are awakening it from within. These affirmations are not magic spells. They are mirrors. And the more often you look into them, the more familiar the reflection becomes. So today, you don't need to force. You don't need to wait. You only need to align and receive. The shift has already happened. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when the circumstances are right. The field around you is no longer what it was before this moment began. Something real, something unseen, something undeniable has clicked into place. And now the only thing left is to allow yourself to feel it. You are not preparing to receive. You are already receiving. Abundance does not wait for your calendar to clear. It does not ask for your resume or for the perfect set of conditions. It responds to your readiness, to your vibration. And whether you believe it fully or still feel the tremble of doubt, your signal has been sent. That is enough. The code has been entered, the door unlocked, and the flow activated. You are now walking through it. You are no longer becoming the version of you who is wealthy. You are remembering that you always were. Every challenge, every delay, every uncertainty was not a punishment. It was the sacred shaping of your readiness. And now the signal you've been waiting for isn't coming from the sky. It is emanating from you. You are the transmission. This is your declaration. The universe no longer needs to test you. You have shown trust. You have released the need to chase, and instead, you've chosen to resonate. That changes everything. Because what comes next does not depend on effort. It depends on resonance. And right now, your resonance is wealth. Say this softly, not just in your mind, but in your energy. It is done. Again, with your whole presence. It is done. Not because you see it yet, but because you feel it. This is not hope. This is arrival. And the moment you speak this declaration, you are no longer asking. You are receiving. There is no need to look over your shoulder for confirmation. The universe works in echoes, and what was whispered in silence will soon arrive in form. But not because you forced it, because you finally aligned with it. This is what it feels like when the soul stops struggling and starts accepting. There is nothing more to prove, nothing more to fix, nothing more to chase. There is only this knowing, this stillness, this magnetic presence that calls forth everything you once thought was far away. Because now, nothing is far. The wealth is close. The energy is close. The fulfillment is close. Because you are close to yourself. So declare it one final time. It is already mine. Feel what happens when you stop preparing and start possessing. You are not waiting for the external to catch up. You are embodying the internal truth that reshapes your external world. You are not hoping. You are activating. And from this moment on, carry this energy as your baseline. Not as a temporary high, but as a silent code. The frequency of wealth does not need volume. It only needs consistency. So breathe into it, stand inside it, and walk as though the universe has already responded, because it has. This is not just a turning point. It is a new timeline. And you are already living in it. Right now, in this exact moment, 1,000 doors are opening in silence. Not in the noise of effort, but in the soft, golden hum of alignment. You have crossed a line, invisible to the eye but undeniable to the soul, the moment when desire meets permission. And not the kind of permission that comes from the world, but the kind that comes from within. You asked for a sign, and now you've become one. Your energy has shifted not because of something outside of you, but because of what you allowed inside. Remembrance, trust, stillness, and above all, readiness. This is what the universe listens to. Not volume, not struggle, but readiness. The quiet decision to open your hands and say, I am ready now. And if those words ring true inside you, speak them. Don't just think them, declare them into the field. I am ready. Let that be your imprint, your signal, your vibration. Not just for you, but for the fabric of energy that connects us all. Because when one person activates this code, the whole grid brightens. And someone somewhere will feel it. So type it below. not as a comment, as a confirmation. I am ready. Write it with energy, with conviction, with the power of a soul that no longer waits. Then subscribe, not just to this channel but to this version of yourself. The one who no longer lives in delay. The one who walks with wealth. The one who trusts vibration over circumstance. And if this transmission moved something in you, share it. Not for numbers, not for praise, but as a sacred ripple. Because you never know who else has been waiting for the very same frequency to unlock. And your action, your echo, might be the signal they need. There's no script to follow from here. Just resonance. And as long as you keep returning to that, to alignment, to breath, to presence, you'll never be off track. There's nothing more to chase. Only more to embody. You're the source now. So exhale gently. Feel the silence. And remember, money is coming to you now.